Hi guys, this is Atco. You know, it's been 3 years since I did a video. Yeah, well, the virus slowed me down at the beginning and then had some health problems. So it was kind of a 3 years of trying to recover. But surprisingly, I've done very well. I've come back from some problems and I think some good medicine, and I'm feeling a lot better than I have for 3, 4, 5 years. I wanted to thank for a lot of my viewers. It amazes me. It's been 3 years that I've put out a video, and probably I get 2 to 3 comments a week, either from somebody who saw one of my other videos and had a question about that, but probably 2/3 of them are just somebody says, well, I haven't seen you for a long time, I hope you're okay. And I'm really surprised to that, and I'm very pleased that people did that. So I want to thank you all very much for your concern, and I'm doing pretty good. I want to show you this hat that I've got on. You know, I was in the Air Force from 1971 to 75, and I spent almost a year and a half in the Philippines. I worked on mainly maintenance of radar and radar types of maintenance machines, and I worked on F-4s when I was in Tampa, Florida. I worked on C-130s when I was in the Philippines and Thailand, and then I was in Tucson, Arizona, where I worked on A7s and A10s. So that was a good time for me. It's funny, for some reason, maybe 2 months ago, my wife was wanted to see if I had a picture of somebody of us that before we got married. We had met, but hadn't got married yet, and this was probably 35 years ago. So I looked through, and sure enough, I went through all my pictures that I had kept from when I was in the service, and we found the guy we were looking for. We took a picture of him, and my wife saw that picture of me with when I was in the Philippines wearing this hat. This was, you know, my hat that I used for my avionics maintenance squadron. And she thought it was pretty cool. Whatever happened to that hat? Oh man, I don't know. And she never said anything about it, but she took that picture when I wasn't looking at it, and she went and had the thing made. And one day it came up, and I got this hat, and she said, does it look like what you used to have? And I said, man, it's exactly what I had before. And she had this hat made for me, and I think it's cool. So now when I go out to the Hamfest or just go out to eat, and if I have this hat, sure enough, I get some people asking right away about the service. So that was cool. I really enjoyed that. So thanks for my wife, and thought I'd show that to you. A lot of things have changed in the last 3 years. I sold a lot of stuff. You know, I don't go into Hamfest as much as I did. Mainly what's happening back then was the virus. They were kind of cutting off all the Hamfest, and we weren't doing any yard sailing and stuff, so there wasn't a whole lot to show, but I wanted to get rid of things. And if I could, I made it to one or two of the Hamfests over that time, and got a lot of things in my game room. I had a lot of cars. I still got plenty of cars, and I wanted to get a lot of these model cars. And I had a lot of stuff about 8-tracks and tape recorders and stuff like that that I can sell on eBay. And I've been getting rid of these things, and yet I still got plenty. I've got it still the way I like it. Maybe the biggest thing I gave up was my my Seaberg jukebox. That one was, as you see in the picture of it, that was right after I got it completely restored and was showing it off. Had my first time for friends to come in with everything working. That was probably 15 years ago. I bought that thing for $400 at an auction, and that sucker had everything wrong with it. It must have been used for a parts machine, because every little module, eventually I had to get that working just before I'd have to fix something else. The keyboards, even everything, all the electronics had to be redone. Fortunately, the model and the motor in it and the stuff was still good. But eventually it took 6 months to get that restored, and I had a guy who knows this, and I didn't have any problem with the electronics, but I needed somebody to work with a little bit of the mechanisms in there, and I had a guy come in once or twice and just adjusted it and worked things for me and got it working. So he did a lot of help with me, but basically I feel that I did most of the work on that, and made had to do the cabinet cleaned up and all that, because that didn't look good. When it's done, I had a lot of fun with it. Used it for 15 years. Didn't use it the last 3 years, but prior to that, anybody would come by, people would always say, "Oh man, you got a jukebox?" So that was fun. And then I hadn't used it for a couple of years, and was worried about, I wonder if it still works. Well, I turned that thing on, and it did not. I think the electronics everything just kind of got stuck. Everything got locked up. It started to run a disc. It started playing a record, and then it just, like halfway through it, everything stopped. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's just got all clogged up and not getting good maintenance for the oil and stuff like that. But at this point, I didn't feel like working on it anymore. I've had a lot of fun with it. I was a little concerned that, I'm feeling pretty good, but what if I would feel poor about it, not feeling good, and how am I going to get rid of this thing? So I put it out on Craigslist. I put $100 on it and said, does it work? And anybody wants it. I don't know, surprised. This must be more money than I thought on these things, because I got a call the next day. The guy says, "I'll take it," and came and got it out of the house. So it's gone. It's one of those things I've had, and I had a lot of fun with it, but the time is gone. I will show you guys, though, some things now, what has gone through my game room again. I've done a few game rooms of the videos, but that was a long time ago. A lot of things have changed, so one of these days I'm gonna go over and give you another view of that game room and what I'm doing with it. And I'm still playing music in there, and I'll show you how I do that. The other thing I had too is that if anybody looked at my old videos, I had set up my slot car brace set up really nice. We've had it in an extra room, and that hasn't been used for 3 years. didn't have anybody come and play with it because of the virus, and it started becoming an extra place to be storing things. It's got a lot of dust, so I'm looking forward to clean that up and get that thing rolling again too. So soon you'll have another video of my slot car set. So for now, I just thought the best thing I could do is let you know that I'm still around, that I'm doing well. I appreciate everybody who was concerned, and I hope to have some more videos out very soon. So for you guys, this is Atco. See you again.